quiet moment in his room. I went in there alone because I wanted to speak to him privately. And I did ask him, you know, that it seems that some of your disciples, they're not following properly, and in the scriptures it's stated that if we want to, we should really serve by being the servant of the servant. It's mentioned in the Padma Purana. But by doing that, being the servant of the servant, then how can we get confidence in our elder, senior God brothers if they're not following or chanting or whatever? And he went very quiet and he looked at me. First of all, I had a tape recorder, and the tape recorder was goofing up left, right and center, but Krishna wouldn't allow it to be recorded. And although I could get bits and pieces of it later, but it just goofed up. But in any case, he looked at me. And when he looked at me, because it was, in effect, it was a bit of a complaint, which I felt very ashamed to come at that time. I felt very ashamed to even approach him with such a question. And he looked at me, and it went right through me, his look. It penetrated me like a train going through a tunnel, as if he could see my entire history. I'd put my foot in it, but I also felt the ramifications of that question. And then, obviously it was an awkward question, but he did answer eventually. And then he told me, he said, "So you are following?" I said, "Yes, Srila Prabhupada." And then he said, "You follow Krishna. Even I may be, but you follow Krishna, then you have no problems." And then he got a little, you know, awkward, and he had to go to the bathroom to relieve himself, and he came back. But then I also felt really bad. Now, I regretted it. We'd arranged for a yellow Mercedes saloon car for Prabhupada to be waiting outside. And the flower petals were coming out, and Prabhupada looked regal. He looked like an emperor. And Johannesburg is more relaxed than Natal, where racism is a bit more rife. So this South African police officer who was standing outside on the forecourt there on the arrivals, he saw Srila Prabhupada and he saw the car, so he opened the door for Srila Prabhupada and he saluted Srila Prabhupada. And I was really taken back when I saw that. I thought, wow, only this could happen in a Johannesburg scenario. And that guy got blessed. He did some service. He was obviously an Afrikaner, you know, from the regime, but he knew something special was coming down. Srila Prabhupada was always trying to engage us no matter what, even though we made mistakes. I can remember so many times when I was trying to escort Srila Prabhupada to the bathroom after he'd given a fiery lecture on the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. We were petrified. He was roaring like a lion. He was saying things that could have got him and us in jail that night. He was so uncompromising. He was fierce. He was like, nobody could stop Srila Prabhupada because he knew how to be revolutionary according to time, place and circumstance, whereas we were like fanatical. You know, Prabhupada absolutely knew how to engage a revolution in consciousness. He knew how to do it. And one time after the lecture, you know, like a fool, I wanted to take him off the stage through the audience, the long way around the foyer, so he could see the book distribution that I was setting up. People were buying the books like anything. He saw that and he said, "Oh, we're selling so many books." And he was impressed. And then we got to the bathroom the long way around, and he said, "Oh, the bathroom." But all the time when he was on the stage, he was telling me the bathroom's there on the wings of the stage. So I was like a fool trying to get, you know, trying to treat him like a servant, you know. So still he didn't chastise me. He was humble enough, you know, to follow me and come the long way around and see the books, which I wanted him to see, but I put pressure on him. He wanted to go to the bathroom. I felt like a right idiot.